So, Course 2, test review for test 17A, 17B will be virtually the same, different numbers, like always. So the first one is the team's ratio of games won to games played is 5 to 6. So that means this has to be a 1, right? Because you have to have the total, 5, 1, 6. Now, it wants to know if the team played 36 games in all, how many did they fail to win? Well, that's just a nice way to say how many did they lose. So we have 1/6 equals x over 6, or 36, so you have 6x equals 36, divide 6 into 36, x equals 6 games. 6 games they lost. All right, number 2. On the test, it's going to show you a range of numbers like this, and it wants to find the mean, median, mode, and range. And they have these numbers all not in order. So you are going to need to rewrite them on your test in order, because that's the only way you can find out the median and the mode. Well, median, not the mode so much. So the first one says mean, because it's mean. They're going to make you add this all up and then divide by 10. So I already did that for you. It's 160 divided by 10. Well, that just means I move my decimal point over 1. So the average or mean is 86. Now for median, they just want to know the middle number, right? So I'm going to mark one off here, mark one off here, mark one off here, keep going, mark it off here, 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 here. Uh-oh, I have 2 numbers. So what's in the middle of 70 and 80? 75. So 75 is the median. Then they're going to want to know the mode. Well, guess what? We have a tie. We have 2 at 60, we have 2 at 70, we have 2 at 80. So our mode is actually going to be 3 numbers, 60, 70, and 80. And then the range is just the range of numbers from 60 to 100. So you take 100 minus 60, and that would be 40. Easy peasy. All right, the next one again is another ratio box. It says Elmo was chagrined to find the ratio of dandelions to peonies was 11 to 4. If there were 36 peonies in the garden, how many dandelions? So I have it all set up right here. So you are going to say to yourself, all right, that's 11 is to 4 as x is to 36. So we have 4x equals, and I already did this somewhere, so I could save time, but it's not going to save me time if I don't know where. 396. So 11 times 36 is 396. So then you divide 396 by 4. 4 would go into there. Not 8, or wait, 9 times. 9 would be 36, then you have another 36, so 99. 99 what? Dandelions. What they don't want growing around. Weeds. So 99 dandelions. All right, number 4. They even give you the liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So all you have to do is set it up. 0.47 liters times 1,000 milliliters over a liter. That means we can get rid of that label. We're going to be left with milliliters. And if you take 0.74 and you multiply times 1,000, you're going to move your decimal over 1, 2, 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. So your answer is 470 what? Liters. Okay, got to have both of these. 470 milliliters. Now you guys have been hit or miss on this. X is less than or equal to -3. So it says or equal to. I can put a filled in circle at -3. But it's less than. If I go this way, I'm getting greater and greater numbers. These are negative. This is less than 1. If I go this way, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go greater. So less than this away. And that's how you would answer that one. Number 6, it just says collect like terms. Well, I want you to think algebraic addition. I want you to rewrite this a little bit. So I want you to write 3xy plus xy plus, in parentheses, -4x plus x. All right, so now we're just doing all addition. Like terms, these two are the same, so 3xy plus 1xy is going to be 4xy. Now negative 4 plus a positive 1 would be a negative 3, right? So you could write plus and then in parentheses negative 3, or you could just write minus 3x. Ta-da! All right, number 7 says sound waves travel 2 miles in 10 seconds. How far, there's my x, how far does it travel in 2 minutes? Well, for 2 minutes, I know that 2 minutes is 120 seconds, right? Each minute 60, 60 times 2, 120. All right, going to cross multiply and divide. So I have 10x equals 240. I know it's 240 because I know 2 times 12 is 24. If I divide, all I'm doing is taking off that 0, right? So x equals 24 what? Miles. Sound travels 24 miles in 2 minutes. Pretty amazing, huh? 24 miles. All right, number 8 says, before the clowns arrived, only 35% of the children had happy faces. Oh, so sad. If 117 did not have happy faces, how many were there in all? Well, I got to know this. And I can figure that out easily by taking 35 away from 100, and that will give me 65. Now I have my ratio all set up. So I have 65 is to 100 as 117 is to x. Now I have 65x equals 117 with 2 zeros behind it, right? 11,700. Now I could do this all, but that's going to take time. So you are going to divide 65 into 11,700, and amazingly gives you an even number of 180. What? Kids or children, you could have written. Kids is shorter. All right. Number 9, it's your favorite, Sebastian. Diagram this statement. It said that $45,000 was raised in a charity drive, and this was only 9/10 of the goal. So I divided 45,000 by 9. I got 5,000. So now in all 10 boxes, I'm going to write 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. And 9/10 of those is 45. So now the question is, the goal of the charity drive was to raise how much money? Well, they wanted to raise 5,000 more. So 45 plus 5 would be 50,000. So the goal was $50,000. B says the drive fell short of the goal by what percent? 9 over 10 is 90%. So 1 over 10 would be 10%. That is correct. Next one is all about volume. It's going to ask you to draw this rectangle. It's going to say draw a rectangle that's 4 inches by 3 inches by 2 inches. Obviously, this is not exact, but just, I don't care if it's exact, just label it, okay? Because I just need these numbers to figure out my volume. Volume is what? Length times width times height, right? So I'm going to multiply all of these numbers. So 3 times 4 is 12 times 2 is 24. 24 what? Inches. 24 inches what? Cubed. I need all 3 of those markers in your answer. 24 inches and cubed. All right, part 2 will be the second half of the test.